Hi, welcome to my first YouTube instructional video. Today's card is a card that I had originally posted on my 31 Days of Christmas Cards in October on my blog, and I received a lot of requests for instruction on how to do it. I thought it might be a good time to take the video plunge and try to get a video started on it to show you how I made it. So this card is a simple window card, and it has an ornament hanging from it. And what I like about it, on the inside, the ornament is also there. When I initially designed the card, I had the ornament on the front, but on the inside I didn't do it. And it looked rather raw and unfinished. So I redesigned the card and came up with this newer version, which I think really is so much nicer. It is actually pretty simple to do as well. So the supplies that we'll need are some real red cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We also need some Whisper White cardstock. The card front is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. The inside of the card is Whisper White, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. For paper, we will be using some red glimmer paper, some gold foil. The ribbon we'll be using is 1/8 inch gold ribbon. We will be using only one stamp pad, and that is Garden Green. For our stamp set, we will be using the Embellished Ornaments set. We'll be using this one and the Sentiment. We'll also be using the coordinating thinlits called the Delicate Ornaments thinlits, and from that set we'll be using the ornament here and the little piece here to make the topper. And we'll also be using the layering circles framelits. We'll be using a few of these. Okay, so, and as far as other supplies, we will need repositionable tape, very important, repositionable tape. We need some snail adhesive. And other adhesive, we need glue dots. I used the Tombow and the fine tip glue. When we get to actually adhering the glitter paper, I'll talk more about the adhesive, because I did trial and error did find some things that did and did not work. So the first thing we need to do is stamp the greenery on the card, the front of the card. Now, rather than have you watch me stamp, I went ahead and did it. Now you can see I didn't pay too much attention to the front because that's going to be cut out. So what we need to do is, with the repositionable tape, we're going to just add a couple swipes of tape and center it on our card. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Then we need to cut out the circle, the window. So here's the Big Shot, Big Kick. Big Shot is on my wish list. I'm going to lay the card flat, and from the circle framelits, we are going to use the circle that is 1 5/8. I'm sorry, 2.5 inches. Let me find this one. So this is the 2.5 inch circle. See, it fits right there. The cutting edge is on the inside, so that will fit right there. What we do is center it where we'd like it to be. I have the magnetic plate, an acrylic plate, my card, my framelit, cover piece, and I'm going to run it through. Now we are going through 2 pieces of paper, so we do want to go back and forth. And let's hope that it popped out. And yes, it did. Okay, great. Let's move that out of the way. So now we have our card with our window in it. Because we used the repositionable tape, we can just peel this right off and it won't damage our card. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to die cut. And we need 2 of the round, because we're going to make this front and back, we need 2 round glimmers, and those are 1 5/8. And we need 2 of the ornament, and we need 2 of the little top hooks. That's that. Then we need to cut this frame out. And how I did that, I'm just going to show you the best way I can think of showing you. I started out with a square of glimmer paper, and to that I lined up the scallop framelit, which is 2 3/4, and the circle framelit that we used for the front. It's not that one, it's this one here, which is 2 1/2 inches. And you'll notice that they nest beautifully in there. So when you run this through your Big Shot, you are going to end up with this, because these 2 will cut out. These 2 will make that frame. Okay? So now we have to put our card together. And the first thing we need to do is attach these. I used a little bit of Tombow glue. Okay. And attached these 2 together. Now, it's very difficult to get anything to stick to glitter paper. So what I did was I put some glue dots on the top, and strategically where they wouldn't be seen. Another one right here, and another one right about here. And then I attached it like that. Okay. Then I did the same thing with the other one, except I didn't have to put one on the top because there was already one there. So one there, and one there, and one about there. And then just line that up. Okay. And it does hold them nice, it does hold the foil paper nicely to the glimmer paper, but you'll see here it's not quite together. So there, I took the fine tip glue and I ran a small bead along the bottom and then just pressed it down, gave it some time to adhere. And you'll see that it does stick nicely. You do have to give it a bit of time. I'm going to do this side here. And again, just press. Okay. Now, that being put together, we have to attach the hook. And again, the Tombow glue. Attach that here. Flip it over. A little bit more glue. this up. And there's that. Okay, now we are going to just add that right here. So we're going to add some snail. And all we're going to put there is the top part, because we do want this to dangle. So we're only going to put it here, that little loop part to it, okay? So see how it's going to dangle? Then we're going to take the piece of cardstock that we stamped on. Now we're going to add some good heavy-duty adhesive to it. We're going to line that back up. And we're going to press. Okay. Now we're going to attach the frame, and again we're going to use Tombow, and a little goes a long way with Tombow, so you don't really have to saturate it. Sticking to my fingers, and we're going to attach that right there and press. Okay, and there's that. Now we're going to take the inside, wrong one. We're going to take the white paper for the inside. We're going to center it up. Oh, not the frame there. Center it up. Okay. Now, we need to put our sentiment right here, but we want to make sure that it's not going to stick out. So, what we do there is we take a pencil and very lightly mark an outline. Okay? So now we know that we need to keep our sentiment in that circle. So, let me get that. And here it is, thinking of you at Christmas time. Ink that up. And we're just going to line that up so it's within our guidelines. And there we go. Now, of course, you want to go back in and erase your pencil lines. And when it closes, you can't see it well. Okay. Then we're going to take the bow that we made with the gold ribbon, attach a glue dot to it, and put it right at the top of the card. And there we have it. Pretty simple. Now, I know that when I just did this one, my sentiment sticks out a tiny bit, but I'm sure you'll take more care in doing that. I'm just scared I'm going to run out of time on my video. So that's how we did that card. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'm sorry it's a rough video. It's my very first one. And I really would like you to leave a comment down in the comment section. Some constructive criticism would be great. Do I talk too fast? Do I talk too slow? Do I need more detail? Do I need less detail? I'd love your feedback. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.